What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Marlon. We are back at it again with another edition of the show. So, if this is your first time watching, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on the daily updates that we have in the land of PlayStation and Xbox as well as PC. If that is something that intrigues you, then this is the place for you. Welcome back to the channel, guys. All right, man. Listen, we do have quite a few things to go over and discuss today. Tomorrow is Black Ops 6 day. And I want to give a huge thank you to Activision. Man, came in clutch, like crazy story. So I was talking to my wife this morning and I was like, hey, you want to play Black Ops today, huh? And she was like, yeah. Oh, really? You got it already? And I was like, I haven't gotten it yet. The game comes out tomorrow. And I said, people that are in New Zealand right now are playing it. So she was like, oh man. But I told her, I said, I haven't pre-downloaded it yet on Xbox for Game Pass. And I said, I don't have the PS5 version. I was like, man, I don't want to spend $70 for the PS5 version. So I'm there on my laptop. I'm like, just browsing and checking some stuff out. And then I turn around and I looked at my phone and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, shoot, we got an email. And I opened up the email. Oh, man, I saw Black Ops 6 review code. I was like, let's freaking go. And then when I opened it up, I was like, oh, man, it's the Xbox version. So I'm like, man, so I emailed my Activision rep and I was like, hey, listen, do you have the PS5 version as well? Christmas. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 2. So I was like, do you have the PS5 version as well? I'm trying to see if I can get both, because I do have a review for something. Just stay tuned to the stream, tomorrow. So I'm like, man, I need this on PS5 as well too. So, and then a couple minutes later, boom, we got it on PS5. So I was like, yes. So we got both versions of the game. Man, God is good. God is good, man. God is good. So we got the PS5 version. We have the Vault Edition. Yeah, I think the Vault Edition comes with everything. And I put it in the community tab and everything like that. I put the code in and all of that and redeemed it and didn't realize it was the Vault Edition. I'm guessing the Vault Edition is probably $100 or something like that. And so we have it on the Series X just in time because we just got the Series X. And I was like, okay, well, we could spread out the content, do the PS5 version tomorrow. So I emailed him back and I said, yo, so when I put in this code and everything, can I start playing the game? And then he was like, nope, unless you're in New Zealand, you ain't gonna play it. And he sent me like a laughing emote. And I was like, yeah. Anyways, so big shout outs to Activision, man. We're gonna have to wait till tomorrow, obviously, but we got both versions. So if you haven't already become a member, I'm telling you right now, because I'm gonna have First Lady, she's gonna be co-hosting the member stream with me. She's a huge zombie player, so she's gonna be playing with a lot of you guys on zombies, especially now that we have both versions of the game. So I guess we can all play, cross play and everything. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So I can't freaking wait. So yeah, if you haven't already become a member, man, hit that join button, especially now that they just updated the Series X or the Series consoles with Discord. Like, I think there's a new direct message feature and some other features for Discord. So if you're into Discord and stuff like that, I would love to talk to you guys, while we are, doing some Black Ops 6 and stuff like that. So, yeah, and then tomorrow we'll do our, gameplay impressions, get all the review stuff out the way tomorrow. So I have, 2 separate reviews I have to be doing. Plus, I have some more stuff I have to be doing as well, too, that I can't talk about right now. But stay tuned, man. And, oh, my God, we are getting so close. We're, almost 2 weeks away, under 2 weeks now from the PS5 Pro, or just about 2 weeks away. Oh, man, can't wait. I was just telling her this morning, too. I was like, man, I got so much plans for the Pro. So yeah, I'm actually happy I got the review code for PS5. Let me adjust this. Actually happy I got the review code for PS5 so that if it does get, should I bring up my desk? Okay. Just seem like, no, let me bring it down just a little bit. There we go. So if when we do get the PS5 Pro in, and also it gets patched for the PS5 Pro, then we can have some PS5 Pro content as well for Black Ops 6. But can't wait for Black Ops 6. Can't wait to dig into the campaign. Try out. So I'm not a huge zombie guy, but I'm going to dig into the zombie as well and see what's up, and obviously get on the multiplayer. So yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait for Black Ops 6. Big thank you to Activision, man, for hooking us up with 2 codes for the game. So lit, pretty lit. Okay, so we're going to talk about the PS5 Pro Game Boost mode, which is very interesting because we heard from a Sony exec regarding this not too long ago, and then now we have a little bit much more detail into it. Now, this is the only thing that we haven't necessarily heard a bunch from Sony. Like, Sony haven't really go into much detail regarding this, especially now that we're getting closer and closer to the launch of the PS5 Pro. And I do believe that as we get closer to the launch, Sony will start coming out more and start talking more about the console. And like I said, your boy get this thing in early, and I'm allowed to say whatever I need to say to you guys. You already know I got you guys, on whatever I'm allowed to say. But I'm telling y'all right now, one of my biggest things to try out is obviously to see how these games are going to be looking on there, whether they're PS4 or PS5. Now, obviously, Game Boost, we already know that's already available on the base PS5 when it comes to PS4 games. All right. And I believe it was over 4,000 games that were, boosted for the PS5 via PS4, and now Sony is touting over 8,000 games, which they're going to be select games. So not every single game, but select games that will be able to take advantage of the PS5 Pro Game Boost. And this is something that is up to developers, because we just recently had a video up from Digital Foundry sort of going into details on what their expectations are for Game Boost for the PS5 Pro. And so, yeah, we're going to go over that here today for you guys. Maybe some of y'all might have questions regarding that. So we're going to be digging into that and pretty much going over some general stuff here as we get closer and closer to the launch of the console. We're also going to talk about a crazy rumor that Microsoft is putting PS5 ports on pause right now, which I'm not surprised. If this is true, I'm actually not surprised, because, with the recent announcement of Indiana Jones coming to PS5 and the feedback that Microsoft got from that, it's kind of like, oh yeah, you put in every single thing on PS5, huh? Man, you need to stop putting games on PS5, man. And then the crazy rumor that I was telling you guys about Halo and Horizon, Horizon 5 and, Gears E-Day and Fable and all these games supposedly coming to PS5. Like, my whole opinion on this, Microsoft is going to do whatever they're going to do at the end of the day. And so, let's go!
We'll make our own destiny.
Yo, let's go. Maiha. Thank you so much, Maiha, for being a member. That is so generous of you, man, to help out our member community. Welcome to Play Has No Limits, my brother. Oh my God, we are 24 away. Make sure you go to the community tab where you will find access to all your perks. All right. Including our private Discord and including a chance to play with us with Black Ops 6, baby. Oh my God. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yo, let's go. Let's go.
We'll make our own destiny.
Shout outs to Google Eyes. Shout outs to Google Eyes, man. That is number 2 on the day. So we are 23 away from hitting our goal today, man. Thank you guys. Oh my God, have mercy. Whoa, Kratos is not having a day off. I said it for the remaining part of this entire month that my man Kratos ain't getting no day. Oh, let's go, man. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout outs to elite member Keith. Let's go. We are 18 away. We are 18 away. Oh my God. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Craziness going on right now. Let's go, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout outs to Keith. Everybody, make sure you go to the community tab. Everybody, go to the community tab. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Shout outs to elite member Keith, man. Oh, this is nuts. This is nuts. This is nuts. We are 18 members away. Shout outs, man. Shout outs to you guys, man. We are 18 members away from hitting our goal. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. Let's go, man.
How many people will be the max online count for COD this weekend? Hashtag COD over Concord.
Man, I'm expecting millions right now. Oh, shoot. Yo, you know what's crazy? Hold on.
The name is MKYL lol. Can't wait to play Black Ops 6 with you. I need a squad, bro.
Let's go, bro. Mike. All right, Mike. All right, shout outs to Mike, man. Listen. Yes. Add me on PlayStation, add me on Xbox, and you know, we can team up with some of the members, man. And all that. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun to play with you guys on Black Ops 6. It's going to be lit. But no, I'm expecting a lot of people. I'm expecting millions upon millions of people. Now, there is some kind of rumor that's going around pertaining to Black Ops 6 and Game Pass, like growth for Game Pass. I'm expecting the servers to be overloaded this weekend, bro. A lot of people are going to be playing it on Game Pass. It's just going to be crazy. I just really hope that we don't have the same issues that we typically do have with all the Call of Duty games where, you know, stuff is just crashing. You can't find a match. I'm just not ready for all that nonsense, but I need to get in that campaign because that campaign is looking fire, like no joke. But there is something that, there's an article that's been, I need to tell you guys about this article though. Let me see if I can actually find it, but it's something about the growth of Game Pass. Something about the growth of Game Pass in terms of, you know, Black Ops 6 being in Game Pass and stuff like that. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think they're saying that between 2 to 4 million subs they're going to get out of it. Let me double check. Black Ops 6 Game Pass. Yeah, I told you guys that, man. Microsoft is going to get some subs out of this. they're going to get some subs out of it. And then also too, they cancel that. They smart. Microsoft is smart because they canceled the $1 membership. They canceled that. So I was like, oh shoot, the $1 sign up trial situation. And I was like, yeah, here we go. It says Black Ops 6 Game Pass growth. Something around along that lines. I don't remember. I glimpsed it this morning. Oh, here it is. So shout out to my man Kami. Shout out to Okami, my man Okami13 out on Twitter says analysts predict that Black Ops 6 will add about 2.5 to 4 million new Game Pass subscribers. Now, if that is true, wow, that's a lot. that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of people. But the thing is, are these people actually signing up to be like a permanent member, or they're just signing up for like a month and then fall off, or whatever the case may be? Like, I mean, yeah, it will be good if that's just and people that were able to catch the free trial before they take it down and whatever the case may be. But I don't know. I don't know.
We will make our own destiny.
But hey, we'll see. I don't know what you guys think, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the growth will be for Game Pass, because, man, they spent a lot of money to get Activision Blizzard King. I mean, you're talking about $70 billion. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and the removal of the 14-day $1 trial. So, again, some people could sign up for a month and then on sub after they finish playing the game. I mean, it just all depends. But hey, we'll see. We'll see how that actually turns out, because this is huge, for Microsoft and for Game Pass. And I think most people are probably going to play through Game Pass. And I saw something else too. Oh, wait a minute. Alex, thank you so much for becoming a member, bro. God bless. God bless. God bless. Thank you. Make sure you go to the community tab where you find access to all your perks. You don't want to miss out on playing with me, First Lady, and the whole squad, man. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit on that Black Ops 6. But yeah, big thanks to Activision. But back to the conversation. I saw something where they said that Sony is set to be making more money on Call of Duty this time around. I don't know. That's what I saw earlier today, and I was like, oh boy. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. But if that turns out for Microsoft, like between 2.5 to 4 million subscribers for Game Pass, good for them. That will be awesome. So we'll see how the growth ends up, turning out in regards to that. But nevertheless, guys, let's go ahead and let's dig into the meat and potatoes of the show. Do me a favor, hit that like button for me, hit that share button as well. Thank you, guys. Also, Xbox Boss name drops Marvel's, listen to this, Marvel's Blade and Everwild following recent studio visits. Phil has been busy. Oh my God. Thank you, Phil, for doing your job. I know you're busy, Phil, but that's good that you're going to, you're going to these two big studios and checking on these games and making sure that these games are A1. You see what I'm saying? Like, especially Everwild. Like, bro, we haven't seen anything on Everwild in a very, very long time. And I know that he made the kind of funny, apology and everything like that. Oh, yeah, we need to do better. And, Redfall launching that state, that's our fault. That's my fault, blah, blah, blah. So this is what I said about Xbox. Like, I hope that this is a step in the right direction. You're checking on these bigger games and seeing how these games are progressing. If it needs more polishing or if it needs any sort of leadership advice. This is how you be a leader, bro. Like, you gotta go hands on and check on these games, see how these games are running, see how these games are looking, And yeah, man, because that's really what's going to really shine at the end of the day, is making sure that the quality, you know, is there at the end of the day, because that's what's going to drive a lot of people to subscribe to Game Pass or to even buy the game physically. So that's a big shout outs to Phil going to Arcane, Leon, and also Rare as well. Big shout outs to him for doing that, you know, because I can't wait to see Everwild, especially Marvel's Blade. I love the art style. I love the direction. I know that game is going to be a while from now, possibly launching on the next generation of Xbox, which I think that will be just huge as a launch title for the next Xbox, because 2027, apparently that's the rumor right now in regards to, you know, the next Xbox. So Blade, Marvel's Blade, Everwild could come out next year, or maybe it could be 2026. I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see on that one. But let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. All right, so enough with the chit chat. Let's go ahead and let's dive right off into our first story here. Now, this has to do with the PlayStation 5 Pro and the Game Boost, right? So we know during Mark Cerny's technical presentation in regards to the PS5 Pro, it was brought to our attention that the Pro is also going to boost a lot of these PS4 games via PS5 Pro Game Boost. And so we haven't necessarily gotten a lot of information about how the Game Boost for PS5 Pro is going to work. And I think the last time that we have heard anything in regards to that was one of Sony's product managers, Mr. Tashi Masa Hayoki. And so he was the one that kind of came out, kind of reconfirmed details on the PS5 Pro Game Boost feature, which was previously mentioned by the lead architect, Mark Cerny. And basically, he basically said PS5 Pro, quote, PS5 Pro has a function called Game Boost. Even if it's not a PS5 Pro compatible version, if the game uses a variable refresh rate or variable resolution, it will be able to be displayed more stably, or even if it is set to a high setting. However, in the case of games that are fixed at 30 FPS, it cannot be supported until it is unlocked. So we already know this on the surface, that these games, that it similar to how Xbox is doing it, you know, with their Game Boost and stuff like that. Yeah, the game has to be unlocked. It has to be unlocked. It has to have a variable resolution. It has to have a variable, frame rate and things of that nature in order for this game to be boosted. So Digital Foundry took it up on themselves to kind of go a little bit in on this, to kind of explain some things, which we're going to be digging into here today. And it's interesting because this is also a feature that people want to know more about. And like I said earlier, this is up to the developer. This is not something that you can toggle on and off. Like, it's going to come down to the developer to utilize this. And one of the jokes that Digital Foundry was talking about was Until Dawn Remaster, which for the life of me, I don't understand why that game is running at 30 frames. And there's no, I said that in my review. I was like, bro, like, I gave the game a 6.5. I was like, bro, listen, you know, especially in this day and age, like, you know, we need 60 FPS. We need performance mode. And so Digital Foundry was like, yeah, I'm guessing the PS5 Pro Game Boost, maybe one of the games that they're going to boost right away is going to be Until Dawn Remake or Remaster, whatever the case may be. And I was like, oh, shoot, here we go. So I know some people are talking about Bloodborne and this, and it's just not happening. Like they said on the PlayStation blog, that it's going to be select games, select PS4 games that are going to get boosted with the PS5 Pro Game Boost mode. So let me go ahead and show you guys what Digital Foundry is saying here. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Share out the stream. Let me see if I can drag this over here. And let's see here. Okay. Let's check this out. Hopefully this can kind of give you guys a little bit of context on what's going on with that, because I know a lot of people have questions. Sony's being quiet right now, not really giving us the full details on how this is going to work, what titles it's going to work with, and things of that nature. So here it is. They pretty much made a video on this.
We've got the usual gamut of PS5 Pro stuff to get through. I'm actually going to combine the first 3 questions into one, because I think they're going to be fairly short answers. Let's kick off with this one from Soundwave GI. Greetings, gents! Exclamation point. I've searched high and low to find concrete evidence of the VRR range situation for the PS5 Pro. Will it be capable of 40 to 120 Hz range on unsupported titles like Xbox Series X? I mainly play games on Xbox when they fall into that situation, with Elden Ring being a great example. I always get both consoles, so now that my preferred will be the PS5 Pro, I'm hoping it can compete in this area. I fear that we'll still deal with plenty of games that would drop under the inadequate 48 range and be left with a less than stellar experience. Thanks and keep up the great work! Exclamation point. Well, we don't have any official word on this, right, John? But, you know, we do know kind of how the Sony teams operate historically. Maybe they'll surprise us, but I'm not expecting any changes on the Pro.
No, not at all.
So they're already saying, so if you guys are paying attention, they're already saying that they're not expecting any changes with game boosts on the Pro. So, but obviously we're gonna have to wait and see at least closer to launch, because we still don't know how this is going to work or which games are going to take advantage of this. So they're saying right now, similar to how it worked on PS4 Pro and things of that nature and PS5, they're basically saying like they don't expect anything groundbreaking when it comes to game boosts. Because I've seen a lot of people been asking me about this, and I was just like, yeah, we kind of really don't know right now. We don't even know all of the select games that are going to be supported with PS5 Pro game boosts and things of that nature. So let's finish it off.
I think it's fundamentally there's just a difference in the way that the systems are designed to work, and Sony relies on the games themselves to trigger these 120 hertz modes, which then opens up the VRR range, where Microsoft allows you to force it across the system, and the software just plugs into that. Which is how they're able to get these like super wide VRR window range. Because on Xbox, if you only output 60 hertz, you're also much more limited in terms of what VRR can do. It's just because you're able to force 120 across the board. Yeah, that it's able to.
So basically, if the game does not have 120 hertz support in the game, then you could just forget about it. Because if it's locked at 60 or right at 60, then you're not going to really see anything. But it's where if it's at 120, then you have the VRR coming in and, you know, helping out in that regard. So yeah, again, we're just going to have to wait and see how much of an impact this is going to be over the base PS5, if any. So yeah,
properly. And PS5 games that do support 120 and VRR like that, it works great as well. It's just that it's up to the developer to implement it.
Exactly.
I don't think it's going to change the Pro.
I mean, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it, Oliver? But that is generally the way that Sony tend to operate.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be the same. Every indication probably is that it's going to be the same. And I would expect if there are improvements to the system, that those would carry over to regular PS5 models as well. I would not expect it to be a Pro exclusive. That would be a little bit bizarre.
Okay, let's move on to this
that was also another question that people had. Like, will this, you know, will this just be for just PS5 Pro? But I feel like everything that's being boosted for PS5 Pro will also be boosted for PS5. So that's also another gray area where a lot of people are having questions like, is it going to just be like a higher enhancement in terms of the games? That's just what I'm saying. Like, I'm happy that they were touching up on this, because people were asking like, oh, will the PS5 Pro game boost be better than the base PS5 and things of that nature, or if there is any huge sort of upgrade in that regard. So yeah.
From Nice Marmot. It's a Big Lebowski reference, I believe. Maybe I got the pronunciation wrong. Who knows? Anyway, the question is fairly straightforward. Will we see boost mode before PS5 Pro's general release? The total silence around Elden Ring in particular and From Software in general is deafening. It's deafening. Peter asks, IDF Crew exclamation point. As far as you are aware, does the PS5 Pro offer anything akin to FPS boost where a frame rate cap can be overcome without developer intervention? My assumption is no, and that any frame rate boosts mentioned are related to those games that could not previously hold a lock on FPS target, or of course where devs do indeed unlock FPS, thus allowing the extra GPU grunt room to improve frame times. Thanks and have a great week. Okay, cheers for that. Well, I think ultimately there has been a total silence around boost mode. We still don't really know how it works. The only sort of thing that we could apply to it is that the leaked teraflop number for the GPU suggests clock speeds that are broadly equivalent to the standard PlayStation 5. So to get any kind of boost on the GPU side, it follows that it must be using all of the compute units or more of them. The extent to which boost mode improves PlayStation performance, we just don't know. That's the bottom line. It's down to Sony to make a statement if they want to make a statement.
My whole thing is I agree with Richard here. This is what I'm saying. Like, Sony is being laser quiet on Game Boost, and we don't know how that feature is going to work on the PS5 Pro. I would assume that it's going to be similar to the base PS5. But again, just like he just said, just like Richard just said, Sony got to come out, and they got time. Obviously, they got time. You know, I mean, we're like, under 2 weeks now away from the PS5 Pro. So I don't think this is going to be a make or break situation for people buying the Pro. Considering that the base PS5 already got those capabilities already. This is just all my assumption and opinion. But I mean, they listed it as something, for the PS5 Pro, a feature of the PS5 Pro, which is Game Boost carrying over from the base PS5, which he just talked about clock speeds and stuff like that for GPU. But I don't know, man. Yo, Lady G, let's go. Let's go, Lady G with the love. Oh my God, we are 12 away from hitting our end goal. Let's go, man. Let's go. Look at God. Look at God coming through today, blessing us. Look at God showing up. Shout outs to Lady G, elite member Lady G. Everybody with gifted subs, make sure you go to the community tab where you'll find access. I hope you guys become permanent members. The end goal is to get to 1,000 members, and we're trying to grow our squad as much as we possibly can. So shout outs to Lady G. Thank you so much, Lady G, for helping out our membership community so that we could grow, man. It is so awesome to chill with you guys in the member space, man, with these streams, having the wife co-hosting and stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So if you haven't already become a member, hit that join button, man. Appreciate you guys. All right. Shout out to Lady G. God bless. God bless. But yeah, back on, make sure you go to the community tab, add me on PlayStation, send me a message, and send me a message on Xbox. I'll add you guys back. Love you guys. All right. So yeah, back on this whole Game Boost situation. Like I said, I haven't necessarily seen a lot of people like talk about this a lot, like, oh, Marlon, what's up with Game Boost? Or like, again, it's up to Sony and developers, to implement this. And let me just cut to the chase right quick. For me, I know that this will be up to Rockstar, but my God, bro, my God, Red Dead Redemption 2, that is a game that I would love for it to just be a PS5 Pro Game Boost, just, I don't know, upgraded game, and we could just play. But it's up to Rockstar to do that. You see what I'm saying? It's up to Rockstar to do that, because remember what Sony said. If the game is locked, then it's not going to work, right? So it has to have a variable refresh rate, variable resolution in order for Game Boost to actually work. And it sucks because there's a lot of PS4 games that are suffering right now because of the locked frame rate or fixed resolution. And obviously it comes down to developers, and most of these developers, they are way past PS4 now and working on PS5 and PS5 Pro stuff. So I just don't know, which, bleeds into the whole PS5 native port for Red Dead Redemption 2, which I think would just print money. Being able to play that on PS5 Pro and the base PS5, and then also having a variable resolution and a variable refresh rate on the PS5 Pro, potentially even, boosting the frame rate and the resolution even higher. I can only imagine how a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 will actually play on the PS5 Pro with PSSR, man. But again, it comes down to the developer. Another game that I would like to see, just real quick, guys, I'm just giving y'all my 2 cents, is Bloodborne. That game is just forever just locked. And we just, that's also another game that, man, could y'all just do something with that? Especially for PS5 Pro. That will help sell. I'm not asking you guys, I'm telling you, I saw it on Twitter. This was about a month ago, around the pre-order time for PS5 Pro, getting even closer to that. Some people are like, man, if something can be done with Bloodborne. Let me switch scenes real quick because I just want y'all to see my face right now. Listen, man, I saw it on Twitter. People were saying listen, if Sony can somehow do something with Bloodborne, man, for PS5 Pro, they would buy a PS5 Pro. And that's what I'm saying. There are people that are on the base PS4 right now, the dinosaur PS4, or even PS4 Pro, and games like that are literally running at 30 frames, on the base, PS4 and things of that nature. It would be so nice for some of those type of games. Now, I know that I'm talking about older games territory, but look at Xbox. Look at the success that Xbox have had with the Series X and with Game Boost and things of that nature, doubling frames. And even though on the Microsoft side, it was a little bit more aggressive in terms of a wider range of supported games, with FPS boost. I mean, potentially doubling the frames, higher resolution, sharper, picture. Also on top of that, we had HDR, tone mapping and things of that nature and different color palettes and stuff. It just looked amazing. So I feel like Sony, if you're watching this, I feel like this also should be a huge selling point for the PS5 Pro. But I obviously know that it comes down to these developers with these older titles to be able to go in there and patch some of these games to be able to run smoothly on the base PS5 and the PS5 Pro. And Bloodborne and Red Dead Redemption 2, obviously there's tons of other games, but those are the 2 games that I see a lot of people are talking about a lot. Marlon, what's up with Red Dead 2? This could be dope if they could have, Rockstar could do something with this. I feel you, especially Bloodborne. Come on, Sony. Okay. Anyways, let's get back in here.
To test it when it comes in. That's pretty much it. In terms of the FPS boost thing, well, we've seen a example of that because you'll recall that I did a video back in the day with mods from Illusion where all he was essentially doing was removing the frame rate cap. There were some exceptions, like Bloodborne, for example, where they had to mod in code for Dark Souls 3 to support arbitrary frame rates. But most of Illusion's mods for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games, latterly he did move on to PlayStation 5, they were just modding the game to remove the frame rate lock. So in theory it is possible, but in practice it's probably not going to happen. Is there anything more to add to that, Oliver?
I would say that's 3 big no's in all likelihood.
Yes.
Well, at least, yeah. I don't know. The weird thing about the PS5 Pro's boost mode is that if it is good and if it does offer a big enhancement, surely Sony must want to talk about that at some point prior to release. I would think, because that would be a pretty big deal.
I mean, I've pitched it, but I haven't had any response.
Oh, see, look, pause. See what I'm saying? Richard said that he pitched it to Sony. This is what, bro, it's when you're in that high position of power, bro, this is why I say y'all better pray for your boy to get fully 100% in. Y'all better pray for me to get fully 100% in, because when I get 100% in, see, like we're like 70% there. I mean, we're like 70% in right now. Pray for me to be 100% in, because when my ideas or pitch can make things change and make things happen, like, man, I'm telling you, that is powerful. He just said that he just pitched it to Sony and he haven't gotten a response yet. Not saying that, hey, Sony is going to respond and Sony is going to make things happen because you ask or you have an opinion or anything, but I'm just saying, like, that will be dope. You know, if I could say, hey, you know, what about this for PS5 Pro? Like, you know, I mean, can you guys explore this option or something like that? And maybe they may, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, they could take it under consideration and be like, okay, well, we can pull some string. All right, cool. You know, we'll try something. But Sony is hard, man. Sony, and everybody knows that Sony is hard to communicate with, because there's so much different steps that you have to go through now. If you are at, say, a hands-on event or something and you can talk to like a rep there or something, then possibly, maybe they can pass it along.
Greetings, Marlon. Maybe they didn't focus so much on boost mode to sell remakes?
Okay. I wouldn't say so. Because see, they cherry pick what games they want to, you know, remaster or remake, right? And I told you guys, basically the PS5 Pro right now, it's basically remastering games with PSSR. It's already doing that. So with Game Boost, no, not necessarily. To some extent, yes, because they have certain games for PS4 or even for PS5 that they want to enhanced or remake or whatever. And I guess those games are going to be like separate, right? From that. So yes and no, I'm 50-50 on that. I think that they have, a cherry pick, certain games that, hey, we're going to remake this next, or we're going to remaster this next. You get what I'm saying? Games that are 5 years old, 6, 7, 8 years, maybe 10 years old, whatever. Okay, maybe that game might not get a game boost or something like that. But I'm 50-50 on it. I think it really all comes down to Sony themselves, because case in point, my point is, okay, Bloodborne, they're not. So it kind of puts me in a situation where it has me thinking, because Sony does not communicate with us. Like they don't connect with us. Same thing with the Killzone situation, which a lot of people were kind of salty about. Like, bro, like, you can do something with Killzone. You see what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I see a lot of people are like, Sony is out of touch with their fans, because people have been crying and asking, hey, do something with Killzone, do something. And they're not going to do anything with Killzone. So it's like, okay, well, that's done. But Bloodborne, come on. That game has not been touched, even for PS5. You see what I'm saying? It has not been touched in terms of like, game boosts, so I don't know, man. That's a game that even part of me feel like there might be a possibility of Sony doing a remastered version of Bloodborne at some point. I just can't put a finger on it in terms of like when or how it's going to happen or whatever. But I feel like we still don't have them doing anything with Bloodborne, like, boosting Bloodborne with the base PS5, being a PS5 already got game boost. So I don't know, man. It's just kind of like, and this is why I told you guys from the jump, like, it's a money making thing, bro. It's business at the end of the day. Some of these older games are going to be behind a paywall in terms of remakes and remaster. And then the rest, you know, depending on the developer, Sony can just make a one phone call, be like, hey, unlock this or do that. Boom. There you go. Now that game is supported. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like Sony, obviously, they cherry pick, you know what I mean? Games that are going to get remastered or remade, games that are just obviously up to third-party developers to do something with Game Boost or something like that. But it varies, man. It really, really varies. And I think that's the biggest gray area right now for a lot of people in regards to that situation. And just like with what Digital Foundry is saying here. So hopefully that, answer your question. But yeah, let's get back to this.
I guess the other thing, of course, but I haven't had any response. I mean, I guess the other thing, of course, is always the lingering issue that they don't want the standard PlayStation 5 to look deficient.
Oh, they don't want the base PS5 to look deficient. But anyways, I'm gonna hold on to my butt.
And you do need to show that the Pro is better to justify its very existence. So I guess that's probably maybe down to launch coverage.
Yeah.
What do you think, John?
I mean, fundamentally, I just expect this stuff to work pretty much as it did on PS5 and PS4 Pro before it, right? We just don't know the extent of how much it'll actually boost anything. As far as the actual frame rate boosted titles, I think it's just going to come down to whether I kind of feel like that's unlikely at this point, that there's going to be any more titles that are going to be plumbed for this sort of performance boost, right? Because there's nothing really on the PS5 side where you would expect to see this from Sony. And this is where their first party stuff typically was updated. Like when they went to PS5, they updated a lot of PS4 titles to support 60 FPS.
Yep.
Pretty much all of their PS5 titles and the PS4 titles that they could update easily enough already have that support, right? I mean, I guess they could add 60 FPS to the Until Dawn remaster remake thing. Whoop-de-doo. Beyond that, though, my eye is mostly just on the boost mode stuff, just to see how that actually pans out.
Yeah.
I think if it is good and it is effective, then you will be leaning on developers to have.
Lamar said that's disrespectful. What's disrespectful, Lamar?
Games. So maybe it's more of a case where older titles that we did criticize at launch for having poor performance or for having unlocked frame rates on PS5 consoles that did not work out so well are ideally positioned for PS5 Pro enhancement, and less the case that the PS5 Pro will magically be able to take all those older titles to 60 FPS just somehow by removing those caps. I think you'll be depending on those developers to have, possibly to have bungled those versions in the first place.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So yeah, back to our conversation. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Digital Foundry. I'll have a link in the description once the show is over. But yeah, we will see, man, how things are going to work out in terms of game boosts and how Sony is going to take this up a notch. Let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comments section. What do you guys think about PS5 Pro game boost? Let me know. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. All right. So let's go. All right. Let's get into this rumor here. Now, this is interesting because, like I said, we know early up in the year, Matt Booty and Sarah Bond was talking about shifting games to PlayStation and also Nintendo, and a lot of people were like, man, forget about Microsoft. They keep switching up and they're all over the place and this and that and the third. And, people just don't know what to believe. how they're going to go about this, what games. And obviously they did specify a bit on smaller games. They're starting out with smaller community driven games. And then obviously the possibilities will be endless on what they'll put out. And obviously we have, Sea of Thieves and what was that game called again? Grounded and, Indiana Jones and all this. So a lot of people have it to say that, the bigger stuff, like the rumors now are the bigger stuff are going to be coming. The last big rumor that we had was Horizon 5 is coming to PS5 and things of that nature. But this is coming from, PureXbox.com. Let's read over this and let's discuss this. Now, so rumor, Xbox PS5 ports have slowed down following Indiana Jones announcement. Halo and Gears are still red lines to this day. So Extez, according to Extez, a Spanish insider who regularly leaks accurate Game Pass news, Microsoft has either paused or slowed down bringing its games to PS5. The leaker is keen to stress that Xbox hasn't, canceled these plans, but the fan reaction to Indie's simultaneous PS5 announcement has made Xbox take notice. So that's very interesting that they are, that they are like supposedly pausing or slowing down, PS5 ports. I mean, at this point, they got Indiana Jones coming. They have, Doom. Doom is another game as well that is going to be on PlayStation, and I believe there's some other ones as well too that I'm not thinking off the top of my head. So I guess that's okay if they're slowing down. I mean, it's not a big deal. People on PlayStation 5, they're good, with their exclusives. They're good with the games that they do play. So I don't think that if that's the case, like if they pause or slowing down games, I don't think that's going to cause any damages or anything like that. I mean, you have Indiana Jones. That's huge. You have Doom. When everybody saw that, they were like, oh my God, Doom, the next Doom game coming to PlayStation. Those are huge games. And so I don't think that this is a big deal. If they slow down or if they pause a little bit or, maybe they might backtrack a little bit and maybe do some smaller stuff instead of the bigger AAA stuff. I mean, either way it goes, that will be big benefits for Microsoft, considering a lot of people have been saying that, well, Microsoft is no longer keeping their games exclusive and this and that and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, the ship is going in a different direction right now. Right. And I think also you have to look at this, like more and more games will come to PlayStation. That's the inevitable. Like we just don't know the variables of it and what is going to come and what's not going to come. A lot of people have it to say like their bigger franchises like Halo, like now that Halo is going to Unreal Engine 5 and things of that nature, like the possibility for that coming to PlayStation 5 is high. We've heard Digital Foundry talk about that now that they switch from the traditional slip space engine to, Unreal Engine 5 and things of that nature, which I feel like Halo should remain on Xbox. There's certain games, man, that you just don't port, bro. But I understand they got to make money. They got to make some of that money back. They spend $70 billion, on Activision, and porting the games over to PlayStation and Switch is going to allow them to recoup some of that money. And not only that too, but also use some of that money and reinvest it into new IPs or even sequels or DLCs, to add more value, to the actual franchises. So again, while I, from a old school gamer standpoint, would I want games to remain on the box just so that, it can help boost growth, even more growth and more sales? Yes and no, because nowadays, like the growth when it comes to console gaming, we're at a ceiling right now, which Phil have already talked about that. So you have to grow beyond the console. Look at Sony. Look at what Sony is doing. Sony is putting their games on PC. Spider-Man 2. Hello. cutting that time frame even shorter now, down to 15 months. So people are having it to say that, look, Marlon, these games are getting shorter and shorter. The window is getting shorter and shorter. What that means is that the inevitable is going to happen in the future. So don't get mad. Some people are in denial with this stuff. Like, Microsoft is going to continue to put their games on other platforms. That's just the way it is. And the drawback to that will be, like, the hardware sales are just not going to be as high. You see what I'm saying? Like, people that want console gaming and want to play on consoles, they're going to buy the console no matter what, no matter where the games go. Because like I said, if it's on PC, not everybody can build a PC, but you also have the option to stream as well. You got GeForce Now, you got Xbox xCloud and things of that nature, which you can be doing that on any device, your mobile phone, your tablet, whatever the case may be. So you have unlimited options. So you're not just limited on the box. Plus, Microsoft had introduced us to, Fire Stick TV, Amazon Fire Stick and stuff like that. No console required. All you just need is your controller and you're Gucci and you're ready to go. So those are the different variables that you guys have to look at. So I'm not mad about this. If this rumor is true that they're pausing, pause for a long friggin' time for all I care, because at the end of the day, they're going to always pick and choose which games are going to go to PlayStation. Obviously, whether it's 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years, whatever. But now we're looking at Indiana Jones. Like, that's simultaneously releasing. You know what I mean? Yes, it's like next year, but it's not that long after it launches on Xbox. So again, we will see what happens, and we will see what Microsoft decides to do. I know that this is not something that you guys want to hear, but I have accepted the reality ever since the Xbox One generation that exclusivity is a thing of the past. Yes, there's going to be more and more time exclusive deals. That's not going to change. Games are just going to be exclusive to the box for a year, 6 months, 2 months, 3 months, whatever, and then go somewhere else. And I don't care, because as long as I'm playing the game, doesn't matter if it's on Xbox, PC, PlayStation, it don't matter to me. I don't give a doggone. Some of you guys have brand loyalty to the point where, you want the game just to be on that box. For instance, like Spider-Man 2 coming out on PC, everybody all getting all mad and jumping out of their chair and, Sony, there's no point in buying a PS5. Bro, this is not their first rodeo and putting games on PC. Sit down and chill out. Like, this is not their first rodeo. How many games have they been putting on PC? Why was you flipping when they were...
PlayStation been beating XBX for so long, it's sad.
I mean, right now, I saw a report. Thank you so much, Michael Pay. I saw a report recently that hardware sales are down by, 40-something percent, 49% or something like that. So, I mean, hardware console sales is down almost 50%. So, I don't know. I think this was coming from Sir Connor or something like that. Don't know. Don't quote me on it 100%. But if that's true, what does that tell you? See what I'm saying? What does that tell you, bro? Because the games are everywhere. What's going to happen? What are you going to do when Sony launch their own PC launcher? You see what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be even more aggressive, because now they don't have to have a cut with Steam, you know what I mean? Or anything like that. They can get 100% of the profit. And so I'm expecting them to really go full bore on putting their games on PC. I don't care, because, hey, if I play it on PS5 day one and then it goes to PC the next day or two, don't care. At least I get to play it day one. My biggest thing is day one. And even if they do day and date, I'm still going to be playing it on console first. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to play. Not everybody thinks like me. Some people might say, well, I don't care. I'm going to play it on PC. Well, each their own. But same thing with Microsoft, man. Like, there are going to be more and more games that are going to go to PlayStation. You see what I'm saying? Especially games that they know is going to sell. So you can be mad all you want, but the reality is it's only going to get worse. And I think Microsoft right now, for them, they just want to be the biggest publisher in the game right now and distribute their games however they see fit. Especially with the Switch 2 coming out, you honestly think that they're going to slow down? think again. You know what I mean? It's only going to get worse. So if you think that things exclusivity is going to just be on one device, you need to wake up and pay attention, because more and more games will go to other platforms. And that goes for Sony. Nintendo, on the other hand, is the only one that's staying tried and true to their console. Nintendo don't want their games going nowhere else but on their machine, right? Because they have a huger install base, and they games sell way more than Xbox and PlayStation combined. So they don't have this problem. You see what I'm saying? Whereas with Microsoft and Sony, they got to branch out. You know what I mean? And I was reading something where I think it's Lego. The Lego company, pitched Lego, the idea for Horizon to be a Lego game or to be a Lego experience. And Sony took it. Sony took that idea and ran with it. And now we have Lego Horizon on Switch. You see what I'm trying to tell you? So all the old fashioned way of doing things, bro, is in the rare. You know what I mean? And some people just got to accept the reality. Like, all this old fashioned way of doing, the only company right now that's doing things the old fashioned way will be Nintendo. Nintendo does not care, bro. They don't care. Nintendo does not care at all. They're going to keep on doing stuff the old fashioned way. And that's fine, because that works for them. So let me know your thoughts in the actual comment section. What do you guys think about Microsoft putting a pause on some of these games potentially coming to PlayStation 5 and things of that nature? All right, so let's go ahead and let's move on to our next topic. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It's very critical if you're watching the show to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get over 300 likes. Whoa. Horizon Zero Dawn for the PS5 for the remaster. Now, let me tell you right now, that's probably going to be one of the best $10 you're going to spend, because, man, in my opinion, I was looking at Digital Foundry's video on this. Oh, my God. It looks so good. I mean, the foliage, the graphics, the snow, I mean, clothing, I mean, the environment. I mean, it just looks good. It looks really good. And so being that it's a $10 upgrade, I think a lot of you guys are going to pay the $10 and upgrade and get it. So we're going to be going over that. Keith! Oh my God. Shout outs to Keith, going crazy. Woo! Keith, that's 15 on the day, bro. Bro, we are at 23 members right now. Let's go, man. Thank you so much, Keith. Elite member Keith. One love and God bless, my brother. God bless, man. Thank you so much, Keith, with the 10 gifted, with the big 10. Yes. Man, amazing community that we have here. Make sure you guys go to the community tab, all the gifted squad. Make sure you go to the community tab, enjoy all your perks. Add me on PlayStation, add me on Xbox. Get up in the Discord, man, and start talking. And hopefully you guys become permanent members to help our membership community to continue to grow, so that we can continue to do more giveaways for you guys. My man, Hood Def, if you are in here, I have your controller in the box, bro. So I will be going to UPS. If I don't get to go today, I'll go tomorrow and get this thing shipped out to you, my brother. So I haven't forgotten about you. We got your controller. I already have it signed and everything. So here's your controller, bro. Already signed. If you're watching, it's already signed and ready to go, bro. So I'm gonna try to get this thing shipped out for you today. So thank you guys so much for being a part of our giveaways and things of that nature. All right, man. So let's get right off into this bad boy in terms of the news and everything. So, this upgrade, it's an insane upgrade. So if you haven't already played Horizon, Zero Dawn, if you haven't finished it or anything like that, well, your save files are going to carry over. Plus, also, if you have VRR TVs or monitors, it's going to take advantage of that as well. I think Nixies did a great job on this because it looked really, really good when I was looking at it. So let's check it out. This is coming from Push Square, and they basically saying here that Horizon Zero Dawn PS5 is an absolutely insane upgrade. Digital Foundry Deep Dive reveals even more. And yeah, this is awesome. It says, just as these Horizon Zero Dawn comparison emerged on Reddit, tech experts Digital Foundry have published obviously 20 minutes of footage here, kind of going over everything. And the foliage improvements paired with the new lighting and skin shaders really do significantly upgrade the presentation. And it looks like a generational leap. What the heck? A generational leap for the release. Digital Foundry also points to some of the overlooked details like the integration of the audio mix, which takes advantage of the PS5 unappreciated 3D audio. There are some great examples in the actual video. And so, yeah, man, this is like literally night and day. Literally night and day. I mean, obviously, look at the older game where the town is just like completely empty. You know what I mean? Completely empty. There's barely any NPCs to all these NPCs just walking around, being active, which I was kind of, reading up on this and stuff like that. It looks really, 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 really good. And plus they did a whole bunch of mocap work and everything. So, yeah. Yo! Hey! Mike Love with the $3 igniting my man Goku. My man Goku has not been getting a lot of love as of late. Thank you so much for igniting the Saiyan once again, my brother, with that big $3 donation. God bless you, my brother. Thank you so much for supporting our show. But yeah, man, it looks really good. I'm not going to cap on you guys. It looks really, really, really good. The lighting, it just looks good. Like the 20 and even the day and night cycle, like they changed that up as well. And the clouds and the locations and stuff like that, just reflections and textures and all that. So yeah, I mean, this stuff looks really, really good. I can't cap on that. So this is the original, game, and this is the remaster. So yeah, you just more detail. You could just see more detail on the bricks, and then also the clouds look, a lot better and stuff like that. There we go again right here. It just looks really, really good. So if you have an OLED TV, man, or a VRR, display, and you pay the $10 for the upgrade, you're going to be in for a treat. It looks really, really, really good. This was captured on PS5. So yeah, I mean, it does look good. It does look good. So we will see. I think the game comes out really, really soon. And so, yeah, man, let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to be paying the $10 to upgrade to play it on the PS5? Or maybe you might be passing on it. But I remember looking at some of I think the water and stuff like that was one of the biggest, like the water rendering, because it just did not look as good. Right here, case in point, look at this. Like you can see right here, this is Digital Foundry's video, and they're showing that's Horizon Zero Dawn. Look how crappy that water looks. You know what I mean? I mean, it looked pretty good for the time, but look at this. Look, obviously that's Horizon Forbidden West. Oh my God, that game looks phenomenal. That game looks phenomenal, man. Horizon. But look at the remaster. That's oh my God, have mercy. Look at the remaster, bro. Oh my God. You could see the difference. You could see the difference for sure. Man. So yeah, there we go. Let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to be signing up for the remaster? Let me know. All right, let's go ahead here and let's dive into our next topic at hand. This is quite interesting, and this is why I feel like the disk drive with the PS5 Pro was always going to be a part of the PS5 Pro. And I just felt like, you know, digital gaming is the future, as much as I don't want to accept it. But Sony knows that a large amount of players do prefer, you know, physical discs, you know, and I know a lot of people are still upset with Sony not including the disc drive in the box for the $700 price tag, which you have to go out there and purchase that, which we're long past that now. And, you know, this is part of the future. This is what potentially, you know, PlayStation 6 is going to be doing and things of that nature in regards to, you know, just being digitally only. And we already know that majority of you guys play your games digitally, but let's go over this because this is not a joke right now. This is not a joke. So let's take a look at this. So PlayStationUniverse.com PS5 Disc Edition makes up 82% of sales for Sony console in the US. So you see what I'm saying? That physical games is not going anywhere and could potentially continue to be an option for even the newer consoles in the future, like PlayStation 6, PS7, and beyond. Like, I feel like they're going to treat it as an option, right? Like, because they know that majority of people buy their games digitally, but at the same time, to see 82% of the sales of PS5 is from the disc edition, that is nuts. And that just goes to show you. So I'm just saying. So this is coming from Circana's Matt Pasquella over there, and basically revealed that this version of the PS5 accounts for a whopping 82% of all the life to date sales of Sony's current generation console in the US. So from basically 4 years ago, to now, yes, 82%. That is crazy. While the digital only edition of the PS5 only makes up 18% of the total sales. That's crazy. So Sony's looking at this, and I feel like that's probably one of the main reasons why they, you know, give you the option to, you know, put the disc drive on the PS5 Pro. I wish that they would have included it in the box, but hey, that's why they, you know, that they give you the option to do that, because they know a lot of people have bought their games physically. And, you know, hey, you want people to be able to play their games, you know, with their discs. So, hey, there's that one. Presumably is an effort to keep costs down. The console is $699. After all, and if you want to play physical media, you have to purchase a separate Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive. The same can be said for the PS5 Slim Digital Edition. So, yeah, man, that's interesting. That is really, really interesting. So let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. All right, make sure you guys hit the like button for me, and appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys on that one. But yeah, like I said, you know, a lot of people are still upset at the fact that Sony did not include the disc drive in the box, which, like I said, they should have. But obviously that would have bumped up the price even more. And then people will be complaining, saying, oh, you know, I'm not paying $750 or I'm not paying $800 for a console, or however how much it would have been if they would have, you know, bundle it with the console. But maybe they could have given you a terabyte version of the PS5 Pro. Then people will be complaining, saying, oh, you're just giving us a terabyte? Oh, that's not enough. And considering that you can upgrade your SSD to 8 terabyte, I mean, I just feel like at the end of the day, dang if you do, dang if you don't, people are going to always have something to say. You know, they're going to be upset or whatever the case may be. And, you know, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. But hey, at the end of the day, like I said, they should have included it in the box, nevertheless, so that more people would have been happier and maybe consider picking up the PS5 Pro. But hey, there you go. Now, this is a very interesting topic here, because this has to do with the whole idea about Sony Japan being closed. And, you know, this is crazy because this is a studio that I think a lot of people was kind of upset about, you know, just closing down and things of that nature. And I understand that, you know, wholeheartedly. And, you know, which I've said this before and I'll say it again. We have seen early up in the year before Jim Ryan retired about how, you know, if you're not producing any sort of hits, look at London Studio. If you're not producing any sort of mega hits or any sort of hits or anything like that, your studio is going bye-bye. Like your studio is getting shut down and then on to the next one. You know what I mean? So you gotta be producing fruit in order for these publishers to keep going with you. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of people, you know, looked at a lot of these studios that Sony had shut down and be like, okay, well, you haven't been doing anything for years, so that's understandable. Some of these other studios almost got axed in the process as well, like just barely just got by because maybe they're working on something big and it's, you know, potentially is going to be a hit. Considering a lot of these games right now, they just have to be good, bro. They just have to be good. And so basically, Japan studio closed due to lack of hits towards the end, says ex-PlayStation boss. So this has come from Sean Layden. And obviously we know the closure of PlayStation Japan studio in April of 2021 didn't really surprise former exec Sean Layden. In a new interview has shed some light on the beloved developers disbanding. And while he was sad to see it go, Layden understands why Sony made the decision. PlayStation Japan Studio struggled to produce a hit game in its final year. So, again, this all has to do with that because, you know, when he was talking to IGN, he said that Japan Studio hadn't released a hit game in a while, and he thinks that's an issue that a large number of Japanese developers have been facing. He's of view that the studio, with an excellent track record, started experiencing troubles around the PS3 era due to a technical shift, quote, air quotes, technical shifts, with many of the unable to return to their former glory. So, you know, honestly, you know, when you really think about it, you know, it's like, again, that's the scary part. You know, you spend $300 million on a game, $200 million on a game, and it's not a hit. It ends up flopping. Then what? You know what I mean? How are you going to get a return on investment, or not even just return on investment, but how are you going to basically have faith in that particular studio now? You know what I mean? Like, to do, you know, future projects and stuff, because games are expensive to make. You know, games are costing a whole lot of money. People are already saying that, you know, originality is down the toilet right now. Like, originality is no longer a thing. Creativity is barely no longer a thing right now. So it's kind of like, who is next? And a lot of people have it to say that, oh my God, like, well, you know, which Sony studio is going to be next? You know, and you look at Concord, for instance, and you're just like, bro, Concord flopped. Like, I mean, the game didn't even exist for not even 2 weeks, under 2 weeks. And the game was just bye-bye because nobody actually cared about that game. You see what I'm saying? Case in point. So a lot of people are like, well, Firewalk is next. And then we heard the rumors about the game costing, you know, $400 million to freaking make. Let that sink in. $400 million to make Concord, allegedly. That's crazy. That's a lot of freaking money for a game that plays so similar to Overwatch. Some people compare it to Destiny and this and that. So it's just kind of like $400 million for this. And then the game just flopped immediately, like 2 weeks later, which holds the torch right now for biggest flop of all time. And so people have it to say that, you know, hey, and rumors were going around that some of Firewalk developers kind of, you know, got let go or split up or whatever the case may be. And it's worrisome because it's like, hey, if you're not pulling your weight, bro, then we can't do nothing with you. You know what I mean? That's the reality. And I wish Japan Studio would still be around right now. But the reality is, man, if you're not producing any sort of hit or anything like that, then what do you think is going to happen? They're not going to just keep dumping money, you know what I mean, into you and keep investing into you. Like, hey, you got shareholders that you got to make happy. You got shareholders and investors and things of that nature. So yeah, that's my whole take on everything, because right now it says there was such a legacy of malaise. And Layden said of Japan studio, it says it's tough when a studio hasn't had a hit for a while. Then they basically forget how that feels. So obviously, Layden thinks that Sony's approach to Team Asobi, which is born out of Japan, is akin to pruning a bonsai. So again, this is a situation where I feel that even with Team Asobi right now, like Team Asobi was born out of Sony Japan, and at the same time, they have produced a hit. So they're good. I mean, Sony is just going to keep watering Team Asobi at this point. Look at Astrobot. What, has outsold. Let that sink in. Let that sink in right now. Team Asobi, they make good games. They do good work and things of that nature. Think about it. Think about what I'm saying right now. Team Asobi shocked everybody with Astrobot. Some people will sit there and be like, oh, it's a kiddie game and oh, this and that. Yeah, kiddie games do sell, bro. Just so you know that, bro. It's not just about hardcore games. The everybody type of games. Like, this game has outsold every single platformer except for Mario. That is huge. The 25th best selling game to date from PlayStation right now. That is huge. So this game is selling because it appeals to a wider audience. So it's not just about, it's not just about the hardcore stuff. Like, it's not just about that. Like, it's about why you think Nintendo is, as much as I don't like a lot of some of the Nintendo stuff, like, I'm way past some of those games, but the reality is that stuff sells. Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, that stuff sells, bro. Pokemon, that stuff sells, bro. So you might be way past Pokemon, Zelda, Mario, and Donkey Kong and Mario Kart, but there are millions of kids or millions of grown-ups or teenagers that want to play that. You know what I mean? So I feel like Sony is tipping their toes into that particular space. You might not like it, you might not think so, but that's the reality. Now that's not to take away from the bigger stuff that they're working on. They have already said that they're going to stay true to their exclusive games, the games that made PlayStation, the backbone games, the single player, more mature, darker type of games like the God of Wars and The Last of Us and all that, and Spider-Man. Those games are going to keep on going because those games print the money. But hear me loudly and clearly, you need a balance. You see what I'm saying? Because look at Spider-Man 2. It's a shame. Spider-Man 2 on the PS5. Honestly, when it's all said and done, yes, 10 million is a massive success for sure. But look how many people got PS5s. Over 60 million people with PS5s, and only 11, 12 million copies were sold. That's it. And obviously not every single person. Well, I do believe that a lot of people do love Spider-Man. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot more people that love Spider-Man than 11 million. We're talking about a global icon, Spider-Man. You see what I'm saying? So 11, 10 million, that's not a whole lot, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at how much more you can actually sell. Now, 10 million, obviously, yeah, that's money for sure. A lot of money. But I'm just saying, like, that's why you see Sony putting their games on PC, bro. You don't want to just stop at 10, 12 million. You want to see if you can get to 20 million. See what I'm saying? Which I actually thought that Spider-Man 2 was going to sell more than 11 million copies, to be honest with you, because it's Spider-Man. But 11 million, that's a huge success. And Sony wants to move that needle further and put it on PC. Whether you like it, yes or no. I mean, it's not about what you want or what I want, is what makes money and making sense for Sony. They're going to continue to expand all of their first party games because, listen, it's only so much you can do on consoles. And I'm starting to see that now. Like, not every single person, people always talk about, oh, new IP this and new IP that. But most of these new IPs, bro, barely sometimes crack 1 million copies. You see what I'm saying? Or even 2 million copies. And it's like, it's a crying shame because here are all these people complaining about new IPs, but you don't freaking buy the games. You don't buy the games. Most people don't even play these games. And when we look at the statistics of people who sit here and demand for all these friggin' games, and half of them don't even play the games. Half of them, they don't even finish the games. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, we need new games and this and that. Yeah, we need new games. Yes, there are new games out there, but you don't want to buy them. You don't want to play them. So you can't get mad at Sony. You can't get mad at Microsoft, you know, or even Nintendo for that. You know what I mean? Like I just don't understand. We had Stellar Blade, we had friggin' Returnal, and people still freaking complaining. That game Stellar Blade should have easily did 10 million. Yes, 1 million copies, 2 million copies. That's wonderful for a new IP. But at the same time, it could have done way more than that. Look at friggin' Square, man. It's frustrating as a company. I'm looking at it from a business standpoint. Y'all think this is a game. This is not a game. This is reality. As a business, you got to do whatever the heck you got to do to operate as a business. Because at the end of the day, if people are reacting as, oh, we ain't buying this, we ain't playing this, you got to go elsewhere to sell that and make your money. Period. End of story. Whether you like it, yes or no. It's not about brand loyalty and being super loyal to your fans, because sometimes, man, that can bite in the rear in terms of you just being stuck on just one particular thing. For instance, if all of us, including me, crying about Killzone this and Killzone that, but you know what, doggone it, the reality is if Sony brings back Killzone, yeah, it probably won't even do 10 million copies. You see what I'm saying? It probably end up doing maybe not even 5 million copies. And then I'm like, oh, shoot, here we go, egging on freaking Killzone, and it didn't even do 5 million copies. You know what I'm saying? And now they're going to have to put it on PC and put it in the clouds and put it elsewhere to get more. It's only so much you can do on consoles. You see what I'm saying? And then people get mad. And it's like, bro, stop freaking getting mad. Like, there are games out there that you need to play and you are not playing. Can't get mad at Sony. Look at Rise of the Ronin. That's new. That's a new game. And then what people cry about and complain about, the graphics. I'm not playing it because the graphics. I'm not playing it because of the graphics. No. You're not going to get me to play that. No. Dikembe Mutombo, R.I.P. You're not going to get me to play that. And it's like, bro, like you sitting here whining and complaining. Oh, it's a good game. You missed out because you didn't want to play it because of the graphics. Oh, what about Returnal? Oh, no, that's garbage. That's a Metroidvania type game. I ain't playing that garbage. Well, what about Ratchet & Clank? That was brand new for the PS5. Yeah, Ratchet & Clank. Oh, that's old. That's garbage from the past. I don't want to play that. Ratchet & Clank. Can't get mad when these games don't even happen. And I'm speaking to myself too, because it's like a lot of these games from freaking PS3, we want to come back. I want Resistance and Killzone and SOCOM. But the truth is, bro, most of these people that are sitting here talking about they want Killzone and they want they want Resistance and they want Warhawk and all these freaking games and MotorStorm, they're not gonna freaking buy the game. And you know what? You know, I have to come to that realization myself too. It's annoying because it's like, you know, I can kind of see why these companies kind of give a blind eye to a lot of things people are requesting, because it's like, truth is, bro, you're not going to buy the game. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to support it, or the majority of the fan base is not going to support it. Look at the PS5 situation, right? As great as PS5 is, majority of the player base is still on PS4. That's the truth. Whether you like it, yes or no, Sony themselves already said that the majority of their player base is still on PS4 for a reason. For a reason. It's not rocket science. You see what I'm saying? You guys got to pay attention, man. Look at what's going on. A lot of the games that are on PS4 is not on PS5, or not being made for PS5, or even you even have some people on PS3 still to this day, because, you know, PlayStation Store is still working, you know, people are still able to play, whatever the case may be, and some of those games are not being made for PS5. So you think people are just going to automatically just jump up and go buy a PS5? So I feel like it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, It's like these people, you know, on PS3 and PS4 are looking for these games that were relics of the past, that were huge games of the past that are not being made for PS5, and want a follow-up for those games, but because there's no follow-up for those games, they're holding off. And then you have the new players, the people who are just straight up buying PS5s, and they're just steady complaining. Like, hey, you know, why is this not on PS5? Well, hey, man, it's reason. Obviously, it's reasons why it's not on PS5 or even Bloodborne, the almighty Bloodborne, right? For instance, Bloodborne, like, oh, Sony, you need to do something with Bloodborne. The truth is, Sony does something with Bloodborne. Not everybody loves Souls type games. Not everybody cares for Bloodborne. So how much copies do you really think, besides the internet saying all this nonsense, oh, it's easily going to do 10 million copies? You don't know that. In today's time, you just don't know that. Like, you don't know if something is going to do 10 million, 5 million, 15 million, whatever the case may be. You just don't freaking know. You just don't know. So you're only assuming. But the reality is, all I see almost every friggin' showcase is the same doggone thing over and over. Well, Marlon, I'm tired of these fantasy games. I'm tired of these Souls games. Why do you think Square Enix is branching out right now? Pay attention. Why do you think Square branching out? Because the games ain't selling like they wanted to on PS5. Right? So now we got to branch out. Now we got to go full bore. Now we got to go multi-plat. Hello? Now we got to go multi-plat because people are not buying the friggin' games. Right? And at the same time, Final Fantasy is a niche type of game. So they do have to understand that, hey, not every single person cares about Final Fantasy. That's the same thing with Bloodborne. Same thing could be said about Demon Souls. Not everybody cares for RPGs or cares for JRPGs or cares for soul games. Come on, you guys know this. So at the end of the day, I don't know, man. And maybe the reason why a lot of people feel the way how they feel about this generation is because this generation is lacking flavor. You know, the flavor is lacking. It's distasteful. Right? Because people are like, where are the new games? And it's like, bro, they have put out new games. It's just games that you don't give a doggone about. Even during the PS4 generation, they were cooking and people bought the games and stuff like that. Hence why the PS4 is the way it is. But also on the Sony side too, they have to understand that, hey, not because this game didn't sell so well on PS3 generation, don't mean it's not going to sell well today. It's a gamble. And Sony, they have to gamble. You know what I mean? They have to be willing to gamble. You see a lot of developers come out. Look at the whole situation with Arrowhead and Helldivers too. Come on, pay attention. Like they said yesterday that it's up to Sony. A lot of these games going to other platforms, a lot of these games, sequels and everything, it's up to Sony. Bloodborne, up to Sony. They own the IP. It's up to them. You know, Killzone, the same thing. Like, we could sit here and scream all we freaking want. Killzone this, Killzone. It's just not going to happen. SOCOM, not happening. They're done. They're done with those franchises. It sucks. You know, all we could do is wish and hope on a pipe dream that these games come back. You know, I remember the good old days for PS3 and PS2 and PS1 and Siphon Filter and Motorstorm and Warhawk and Motorstorm and all Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human and all these friggin' games. You see what I'm saying? All I can sit here and do is reminisce. Oh man, this and that. But those games are relics of the past. You know, Sony, to see, I didn't even need Guerrilla to come out and say, hey, we're done with Killzone. Like, I don't need that. I already knew they were done with Killzone, bro. You're focusing on just Horizon this, Horizon that, Horizon this, Horizon that. Milking the franchise. Every single generation. Another Horizon 3, already confirmed. Horizon Multiplayer, Horizon Tabletop, Horizon Lego. Like, I mean, they're going to have serials next. You know, here you go. Get your Horizon cereal today. Do you love cereal? You know, here's your Horizon cereal. Like, here, get your Horizon vitamins. You know, like, this is the reality. You know, so I don't know. We get what we get, bro. We get what we get. And now, just like Sean Layden has been saying, like, you can't just depend on AAA blockbuster games. You cannot. You can't just depend on that. because you need that perfect balance of AA, indie stuff. You need a balance of everything. You see what I'm saying? And then obviously they're throwing a lot of remakes and remasters into the Matrix. Come on. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what's happening right now. This is why a lot of you guys are pissed because, oh, so all Sony's doing is remakes and remasters of games that we're not asking for. Well, I hear you, but the reality is they're going to keep on doing it, whether you like it, yes or no. They're doing TV shows. Ever since the Activision Blizzard King deal, they realized they took an L on that. They're like, okay, we got to find another way. You don't have to like it. I don't have to like it. We have to find another way. We got to turn our franchises into mega franchises. We got to branch. It's the same thing, dog. So you can't even get mad at them. They got a business to run. It's not about feelings. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's about how can we make more? Same thing with Microsoft. Like, I was upset and I'm like, but then I had to realize I had to think about it from a business standpoint. You got to do whatever you got to do to survive. You see what I'm saying? And you guys know this. Like, yeah, you know, we grew up in the 80s and the 90s where games were exclusive to one box, but that's in the rare now, bro. That's in the rare. Sony don't care. Sony is putting more and more games on PC. Whether you like it, yes or no. Wake up. Realize the reality. Soon as they launch that PC launcher, it's over. More and more stuff is going to continue to flood PC, whether you like it, yes or no. Same thing with Xbox. So you pick and choose where you see fit. You pick and choose where you want to play at the end of the day. All we could do is hope that things get better, bro. We're 4 years in now, bro. We're going into year 5, which the rumor is that year 5 is going to be huge for PlayStation 5. It better be huge. Because people are right now on edge right now with the PS5. Like, they're like, oh, where are the new games? Your Sony, I hear it every single day. Like, it's like feeding in my skull. Like, it's just like, oh, yeah. Oh, Marlon. Where are the games? They're coming out with a PS5 Pro. Where are the new games? It's a bunch of older games. And it's like, bro, take it or leave it. Us screaming and hollering about it is not going to make them change the rest. Sony does not care about what we have to say. Clearly, they don't care. Most of the stuff that we crying and asking about ain't happening. That's the reality. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. Just like this whole live service situation, more and more live service games are going to be in the next year. Tons of live service stuff. Tons of single player stuff. Right? And we're probably going to get some fan service here and there, but not a whole lot of fan service. That's the truth, bro. Take it or leave it. That's the truth. You're not going to get every single thing that you want. When some of y'all talking about PlayStation 6 this and PlayStation, you think things are just going to magically be different when it comes to PlayStation 6? All of this is just a new hardware to get excited about and talk about teraflops and floating points. And talk about ray tracing and faster RAM and this and that. Oh, when all that stuff dies out, just like the Series X and PS5, what about the games? That's what's going to bring you. That's what's going to push you forward is the games. Building great games and great experiences is what's going to propel you into a successful generation. All these companies know that. This is not their first rodeo. You guys know this too as well. You're not going to get every single thing that you want. And the more you realize that, the more you accept that reality, it's the better it is going to be for you. Sucks, man. Sucks. We're getting remakes and remasters of things that we don't ask for. But you know what? It's either you accept it or you don't accept it. You ask for new games. You get the new games. Some of you guys don't like the new games. Right? And it's also Sony's fault, too, because you got to sit there and that's why I love Capcom, because they listen and they do surveys. That's why you got to do a lot of surveys. And you got to ask people, well, what do you want to play? What would you like to play? Would you like us to bring this franchise back? I would love for Sony to do what Capcom does and come out and be like, what about this? You know what I mean? And then kind of use that as a measuring stick to say, well, okay, a bunch of people asking for Killzone. You know what I'm saying? Or a bunch of people is asking for Siphon Filter, Parasite Eve, whatever the heck the game is. All right, let's get to work. You got so many supporting studios now, bro. There's no excuse. I don't want to hear no freaking excuse. You got so many studios in place. Game preservation studios. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear no excuse. You got studios in place to make the games. But is Sony going to make the games? Probably not. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. They're going to make more TV shows out of their franchises, more movies out of their franchises, and they're going to continue to do remakes and remasters off of those franchises and make more money. So you see what I'm saying? In order for you to survive in business, and this is just free game, in order for you to survive in this world as a business, you got to be an octopus. Look at me, for instance. I'm not just talking about PS5 and Xbox stuff every single day. I switch it up. See what I'm saying? I'm doing PC. I'm doing, PC gameplay, showing y'all ultra wide, showing you gameplay on ultra wide. I'm reviewing all different type of tech. You have to do that in order to grow. Because if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, that's the only Achilles heel to doing the same thing over and over again, is that people get tired of the same thing. So you gotta, every year, you gotta evolve. If you're not evolving, you're stuck. See what I'm saying? So I use myself as an example as a creator. Like, bro, if I'm not putting in the work and try to get better and try to continue to maximize everything else that I'm doing while everybody else is sleeping, I'm up 3-4 o'clock in the morning thinking about the next thing. Okay, how can I do this, or how can I do that? Let me try to reach out to this company, or this company reach out to me that has never reached out to me before in terms of content. Oh shoot, this might pop off. Let me yeah, this is different for the channel, and hey, they might swing with this. It's the same thing. You have to have a mind of an octopus, because if you don't, you stuck, bro. You stuck. And this is why you can't keep doing the same thing. And I understand why Killzone is not around anymore, because, well, after the whole Shadowfall situation, would you keep making Killzone again? Now, obviously, Shadowfall is not like how it was with 1, 2, and 3. But hey, got to take them big risks, man. Big risks, big rewards. And I feel like Sony, this generation, Jim Ryan took a lot of big risks. You know what I mean? Look at the live service stuff going on right now. It's crazy. That's a big risk, spending all this money on these live service games, and half of them are a failure. You know what I mean? Some of them got canceled. Like, again, hey, man, I don't know what else to say. But I'm just speaking from the heart as a gamer, as an enthusiast, as somebody that's been doing this for over 17 years now in this industry. Don't have to listen to me, but I've been around long enough to know. Can't keep doing the same thing, or else people are going to get tired of it. So what you got to do is look at Concord. Concord was more of the same, bro. Concord was more of the same. It was 8 years too late to the party. Guess what? Big flop. Big freaking flop. 8 years too late. I'm just saying. 8 years too late to the party, because it's not bringing nothing new to the table. And in order to entice people, it's hard to come up with a hit every single time. It's hard to come up with hit games, bro. It is just like being an artist. It's hard to come up with hit music. Like, okay, 10 years ago, you released an album. It was a mega hit. You became a millionaire. Now, 10 years later, can you replicate that album from 10 years ago that was a massive hit and a massive success? Probably not. Probably. It's hard. It's hard. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to think outside the box, and your writing has to be a little different. Your thinking has to be a little bit different. You can't just keep rapping and talking about the same crap, or else people are going to get tired of you. I don't know. I have nothing else to say. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, turn on that post notification bell. Yeah, let's get right down to the Q&A. If you have anything else to say, feel free, tag me in the comments section. And yeah, man, it's crazy times that we're living in right now. Look at Nintendo. Like, even Nintendo, yeah, they're doing the same thing over and over again, right? But it's working. It's working. So it's like, you can do the same thing to a certain degree. to a certain degree. To a certain degree, meaning that if it's working, bro, if people are buying it, keep doing it. I wouldn't stop. If I was a rapper, if I was a multi-millionaire rapper, right, and I put out something 10 years ago and then I'm putting out the same material again 10 years later and people are buying it, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I keep making the same type of music. If people are buying it, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to stop because, shoot, people are buying it. So keep on making it. But not everybody has that type of luxury, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't be Eminem, or you can't be Jay-Z, or you can't be 50 Cent. You can't be Mariah Carey, or there's not enough of those people in the world. Oh, let's just keep doing the same thing. Nah, bro, that's not how it works. You know, at least not for everybody. Horizon not working. Hey, man. Hey, it's working for Sony. It sold more than Killzone. It sold more than Killzone. So, hey, that's why do you think Guerrilla Games is pushing forward with Horizon? Because Horizon is selling and it sold more than Killzone. So in you got to look at from Guerrilla's standpoint. Yeah, we want to be mad at them, but look at Guerrilla's standpoint. Like, why should we come back with Killzone when Horizon is already selling way more, have sold way more than Killzone? So there you go. He said Nintendo been here since 80. He said my first system. I mean, hey man, hey. Look at Call of Duty. Same thing over and over again, but it's working. It's working. It's working. Hello. It's working. So, hey, there you go, man. Like I said, you can do the same thing, but it only applies to certain people and not everybody. So, I'm just saying. He said, while we wait for GTA 6, will GTA 5 look better on PS5 Pro? I mean, I don't think so, bro. I mean, it already looks amazing on the base PS5. I don't think Rockstar is going to do anything else with that. I think it's just going to be how it's going to be. I don't think there's any more improvements. I wouldn't do any more improvements to GTA 5. I mean, hey, it already looks amazing on the base PS5. I said, Marlon, you should choose Xbox as your primary. Leave Sony. Why you say that? Why you say that?
We will make our own destiny.
Thank God being member 11 months, and thank God Marlon Gamination to become my official family.
Hey, Lamar. Hey, appreciate that, bro. Listen, man, it's an amazing feeling, bro. It's an amazing feeling to be able to do this for you guys, man, and the community that we have built together. It's an amazing feeling, and I'm grateful for it, man. So God bless, bro. God bless. Thank you so much, man. Almost a year being a member. Thank you so much, man, for your support, for your consistency, and going above and beyond, you know, because we're 100% fan funded, and without you guys' support, we can't be doing this. So I appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. Keith, Phil, all of the elite members, Gaskin, all the elite members, man. You know, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Every little helps towards your monitor.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, bro, for the 2, man. For the 2. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it towards the monitor, man. I can't believe you actually remembered that. Yeah. Thank you so much for that, bro. Listen, in regards to the monitor, we still in need of the monitor and stuff like that. So my plans are, which I've told you guys already, my plans are, is to use that, bigger monitor as a showpiece for the PS5 Pro. Cause I'm going to be doing a mixture of, capture card footage for PS5 Pro, comparison capture card footage, and then also camera footage, because my camera, I upgraded my camera, which many of you guys already know this. So I'm already, and then my new capture card that I have, does a really, really good job with processing a lot of the footage from my camera. So expect high quality content in regards to the PS5 Pro, and showing you guys, how everything is going to look and stuff like that. I can't wait, because I feel like that burden is on my shoulders now, because I talk about PlayStation a lot. I talk about, the PS5 Pro a lot, obviously, because, hey, there's news to talk about it. People are interested in it. And hey, it's my job to talk about video games and talk about everything else. And I just feel like a lot of you guys are still on the fence when it comes to the PS5 Pro. And you guys subscribe to the channel for the gaming news. You subscribe to the channel for reviews, unboxing, tech reviews, stuff like that. So I'm going to do my job and try to show you guys the evidence. And like I said, we're 100% fan funded. I don't have, Asus or who else who I can think of, LG or any of those companies to send me a monitor. Like, we don't have that type of pull. But for the little that we do have, man, listen, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that too, bro. Definitely helps out, because I need to upgrade the setup and have the setup ready to go. So as soon as we get the Pro in, I'm going to be rolling out the content for you guys. And all that's going to do is add a lot of value for you guys. Obviously, some of the content will be for members only. So I'm going to release it for members first. And then once I release it for members first, then I'll release it for everybody else. So this is why I tell you guys, it's very important for you to become a member and stuff like that. Especially too, if we do get the PS5 Pro early, member first release. I'm going to release that video first for members. Then we'll release it out. So yeah, I just have a lot of plans when it comes to the PS5 Pro and stuff like that. So appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the support. Make sure you guys hit the like button and see if we can get over 300 likes. That also helps out a lot. I know I sound like a broken record, but please hit that like button, because of you guys, obedience of supporting the show and hitting that like button, man, it's growing the channel. And with that growing the channel, we get more views, and it helps out, not only for the channel to be better, but also for these companies, because these companies, they be looking at your channel, bro. And if you're not doing certain numbers or certain metrics, they're just not going to fool with you. That's just the truth. And like I said, we're 100% fan funded. Like, everything is out of pocket. Like, I literally had to go into my retirement money on a lot of things and put it back into the channel. So I can't just pull money out of thin air. Like, it has to come from somewhere. And a lot of the stuff that I do have is retirement money. I'm digging into retirement money to pay for this, pay for that, pay for this, 401k, paying for this. You know what I mean? So you got to do what you got to do to make that sacrifice to grow the community and stuff like that. So that's why I tell you guys, it's very important that you guys hit the like button. You don't have to donate. You donate on your own merit. Hit that like button if you're here. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. That's all I ask. Anything beyond that is up to you. But we're 100% fan funded. So I just wanted to clear the air on that, just in case if anybody get any wise ideas. Just had to clear the air on that, man. That's 100% facts. So thank you guys. All right. Let's go. Oh, for sure. That's one of the that's one of the things that, I'm excited about, in the position that we're in right now, thanks to you guys and the work that we've been putting in. Like I said, being able to get these games in for review is a blessing. Like the whole Activision thing, bro, that's what, $200 Activision sent? How much can somebody tell me how much the Vault Edition is? I think it's $100, right? For the now I'm getting messages for the review code. Shoot, I can't even think right now. What I was saying, I got distracted. That's why I put my phone down and not be distracted by my phone. Yeah. So I think the Vault Edition is like $100 or $120. I don't know, but all I know is it's expensive. $100. Okay. That's $200. And like I said, I do the best that I can for you guys when it comes to the content, getting these games in for review. It helps me because it's games that I don't have to sit there and go out, and purchase when I already have so much stuff, so much variables going on. So I appreciate y'all. And it's all thanks to you guys. You know what I'm saying? We get the game in, we get the console in, whatever it is, and it goes back into the community. It's for you. It's for all of us. So yeah, man. Yeah. So it's cool, man. It's cool. Hit that like button for your boy. It's cool, man. Yeah. So, hey, Nick, appreciate that, bro. Yes, sir. For sure. You already know, Nick. You already know. He said, Marlon, I'm so pumped. He says, I found your channel, bro. He said, I really dig the positivity, man. And if I ever missed a stream, he says, I watch the VOD or listen at work. Hey, I appreciate y'all boys, man. No. Straight up. I'm being for real. I'm serious. I appreciate you boys. Those of you who watch the VODs, those of you who watch live, listen, thank you guys so much. God bless y'all 100 times over. I appreciate y'all boys. I really, really do. You know what I mean? You guys are awesome. Andrew said, will Black Ops 6 look better on PS5 Pro with PSSR? Great show, Marlon. God bless the family. Hey, yeah, so we're waiting on that. We already know it's coming. And that's another thing that I'm happy about is that we have the game now for PS5. You know what I mean? So as soon as I get the Pro in, as soon as they update it, that's gameplay for y'all. And when we get this monitor that I want to get for the it's gonna, oh man, expect a lot of content. Expect a lot of content around the PS5 Pro. I can't stress it enough. A lot of these games that y'all are requesting, Black Ops 6, Marlon, how that's gonna look. That's how my mind works. Is I look at the chat, I gauge the chat, I take the feedback. Oh, Marlon, what about this game? What about that game? Okay, I already have that in my head. Let me go reach out to whoever, or I don't even have to reach out. They reach out to me. Hey, you want this? You want that? Yeah. Let's go. Let's take that because I know it's going to add a lot of value to the channel. I know the only way I'm going to get to 100,000, the only way I'm going to grow our community is if I sacrifice and I branch out and I talk to these companies and find a way to get it done. You see what I'm saying? That's the reality. Ain't no excuses. So
Black Ops 6, it's so hype. I am playing on PC.
Hey, Daily Chan. Hey, yeah. Shout out to my PC players out there too. And the beautiful thing is it's on Game Pass, so I'll be able to play it on PC for you guys as well too. So for those of you who are huge fans of our PC gameplay segment, for those of you who do love the PC content that we offer on the channel and the ultra wide stuff. Oh, I love doing ultra wide stuff for you guys. Ooh. Man, oh man, nothing gives me more pleasure to see how excited you guys are whenever we do ultra wide, gameplay. And that ultra wide monitor was not cheap. That LG 45-inch was not cheap. That thing is huge. And we have that. It's in the Bat Cave. We have that monitor reserved for PC gameplay. Because it just adds a whole nother immersion to the actual experience. And I know some of you guys are going to want to see a lot of these games running on PC. Thank God we have a 4080 Super. So, and fingers crossed we get a 5090. Oh, can you imagine what the 5090 is going to do for the channel, bro? Man, I'm praying to God. I pray to God either a company reach out or we get blessed to get a 5090. That will be, oh man, we get a 5090 on the channel. That's going to add so much growth for the channel because most people, what I've come to understand is since I've been in the game for 17 and a half years is that people are going to be searching for the higher end GPU to see how it performs in general, especially on the higher, on the higher stuff, the maxed out games, whatever.
Got 55 C805K55 incorporated QD mini LED 4K delivered this morning. PS5 Pro ordered and Dick's Drive here just waiting now.
Yay! 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 That makes me happy. Hanmer, my man. Yes, sir. I'm happy. I'm happy for you, man. You got your TV, man. You got your mini LED. Let's freaking go, man. Let's go. I am happy. It's showing up to, man, I'm happy for you. Listen, man, that's a beautiful thing, bro. You already, that means you're well invested in what you're purchasing. You want to maximize, what you're purchasing. Same thing I've just finished talking about with the 5090. People are going to be searching for that on YouTube. I want people to find our channel, searching for 5090. That's why I tell you guys, when you donate, bro, you're not just donating to help me. You're donating to help a nation of gamers. You're helping out everybody, because when the more we grow, bro, the better it is for all of us. We trying to get to the top, bro. We're not trying to be at the bottom, bro. This ain't no crab in the bucket mentality. We trying to get to the top. And the only way we can get to the top is I can't do it by myself. I need y'all boys. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm happy you got your TV, man. That's awesome, man. Hey, man. Nothing makes my day when I see you guys winning. You know what I mean? I see the community thriving and you guys are leveling up and stuff like that. That's awesome, bro. Like, let's go, man. I made my day, bro. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Putting COD on Game Pass is just suicide.
Hey, man. That chapter is already closed, my brother. It already happened. It's already happening. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft, they knew what they were getting themselves into when they were buying Activision. You know what I mean? It's for the big three, man. It's for, PC, cloud, mobile. That's their biggest focus. PC, cloud, and mobile. And then console last. So, they know what they're doing. They know that, hey, they can only get so much money out of, putting it on Game Pass, or so much growth out of Game Pass. So, hey, what we are going to probably do is we need to own Activision so that we can get a cut off of all these games going to other platforms. Microsoft, they're not stupid. They're not stupid. But yeah, while, hey, it being in Game Pass might be like, oh, what y'all thinking? They're still going to get some growth out of it. But probably not as much as maybe they're projecting, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Marlon, Call of Duty. No, if you're in New Zealand, if you're in New Zealand and stuff like that, then yeah. Yeah, they're still collecting money. Yeah, at the end of the day, they're still collecting money. So I'm just saying. But yeah, if you are in New Zealand, yeah, you can play it. You can play it. Obviously, we're waiting for the servers to go live and stuff like that. But yeah, I got some content planned for you guys for Black Ops 6 for sure, man. 100% for sure. 100%. Any more questions you guys may have? Oh, I didn't check the poll. I said, are you buying Black Ops 6? 57% of you guys said PS5. 30% of y'all said playing on Game Pass. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. So that's awesome that you guys are buying the game. You know what I mean? You guys are awesome on that. You guys are actually, buying the game and stuff like that. So, yeah.
That's $50 loss if I sub to Game Pass and cancel.
Hey, man. But Microsoft knows that people are going to sub and unsub. You know what I mean? Like, they know that already. So it goes both ways, man. It's business. You got to give and take at the end of the day, man. You know, like it's just, I don't know. It says I played Black Ops 6 multiplayer this morning. Oh, you must be in New Zealand. You must not be in the US because you can't play it. You can't play it in the US right now. The servers are not up. So, yeah. But yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for y'all support today, man. You guys are freaking awesome. I just downloaded both versions of the game and everything. So, appreciate you guys, man. Man, I can't believe we are 14 days away from the PS5 Pro. Whoa. Speaking of Horizon franchise, we just was talking about Horizon. So according to Colin Moore, let's go. We'll make our own destiny. Let's go, man. Hey.
Yo, Marlon, what's up, bro? We on Black Ops 6 tonight?
Man.
Also get that Sparking Zero, bro.
Man, I know. I got to get Sparking Zero too as well. I have some content tomorrow that I have planned for Black Ops 6. And yeah, so we all weekend long we playing Black Ops 6, bro. So yeah, we gonna be playing. We gonna be playing. We
will make our own destiny.
We gonna be playing for sure, bro. If you're a member,
Kill a ninja. Yes.
because probably what I'm gonna do is we're gonna be playing with members first, obviously. So if you're not a member, then yeah, we're gonna play with members first. And then, tomorrow we'll do the regular stream tomorrow for you guys. So yeah. So if you're a member, then yeah, we'll try to do something tonight for you guys. It says not even reading comments like before. Why you say that? If I miss your comment, please repeat it. It said Black Ops 6 is going to be the most played Call of Duty game ever. You watch. Oh yeah, I forgot to Oh yeah, so according to Colin Moriarty, he's saying that the Horizon franchise has sold 35 million copies. Let that sink in. This is why I try to tell you guys that Sony, I just finished saying it. This is the reason why they're going to continue with Horizon, bro. 35 million copies. That is a lot. From Horizon Zero Dawn to Forbidden West and just all the Horizon, all this stuff. The DLC, all this stuff, like, that's crazy. The 35 million. 35 million. Golly, bro. That's insane. That's why they're gonna keep on that and then the remaster is probably gonna do another 5 million or more. 35 million, bro. That's a lot. Dang, boy. That's why they're gonna keep on making, more Horizons and stuff. This is why I keep telling y'all. So there you go, man. There you go. We will make our own destiny, boy. Lenny, come on, Dutch. Come on, get, boy. Whoa, slow down, baby. Come on, get, boy. Come on, giddy up. Yeah. I'm over here getting my Red Dead on right now, bro. Come on, Dutch. Let's go, boy. Come on, get, boy. Come on, Dutch. Oh man. I don't know why that just came to mind. Like, I love Red Dead so much, man. It says Sony probably makes more from Horizon franchise than Spider-Man. Oh Lord, 35 million. If that is, oh boy. He said my stomach hurts. Yeah, you guys know, man. Yeah. I don't know. I love Arthur Morgan, man, as a character. I just been doing his voice a lot, you know. Come on, get boy.
14 days.
Yes, 14 days. Let's go. Come on, get boy. Lenny. Come on, Dutch. Hear the wife in the background say, come on, Dutch. Says once GTA 6 arrives, you will soon forget Red Dead. I know. I don't know, man. Come on, Dutch. Yeah, Lenny. Come on, get boy. Oh God, Gasket is funny. Whoa, it's good to laugh sometimes, boy, I tell you. Come on. Yo, shout outs Furious. What's going on, bro? We out here. We outside. Hoping for Cyberpunk. Oh, yeah, Cyberpunk's going to get upgraded. Oh, God of mercy. Game Station say you're awesome, bro. Hey, thank you. I think I have a recording of on here, bro. I have a recording of this was like probably in 2021. I don't know if you guys remembered me doing Arthur Morgan's voice. Yeah, this was like back in 2021. Did I do it on stream? I don't even remember if I did or not. Let me see if I can find it. It was so freaking funny. I played it back like probably like months ago, and I just couldn't stop laughing. I was like, oh God. Yeah, this was when I was at the apartments. Let me see if I could find it. Let's see here. Okay, 21. All right, we're back in 2021. Let me see. Man, 21 was a crazy year. Let's see. Where is it at? Let's see. Where is it at? Let me find it. Let me see. Oh yeah, here it is. I found it.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Them old Driscoll boys. Sounds about right. I know my rights, boy. Lenny. Come on, Dutch.
Oh. Oh God. Whoa. Oh God. Let me stop. Gaskin is mad right now. Gaskin is mad. Oh Lord. He said, God have mercy. I can't laugh no more, bro. I can't. I hope that made y'all day. Thank y'all for y'all support, man. Thank y'all for coming through today, bro. I appreciate y'all boys, man. Shouts to all the new members that we have gotten today. Stay tuned for the Black Ops 6 content for the members only. And then we'll roll out the content for the regular viewers and stuff like that. I appreciate y'all. I hope I made y'all laugh. Oh man. But I love you guys, man. Be blessed, be easy. Let's see if we can get over 300 likes on today's show. Stay tuned for the members, man. The Black Ops 6 zombie. Make sure you're on Discord as well. And we'll see you guys on Black Ops, man. I have tons of content coming up for you guys in regards to Black Ops 6. All right, so you're going to get tons of Black Ops content tomorrow. Over the weekend and such. All right. So I love you guys. Be blessed. Be easy, man. Be safe out there. Gaskin, love you, Gaskin. Oh Lord, have mercy. I hope that made y'all day somehow. I hope that made y'all laugh or at least smile. But I love you guys, man. Like the great Etika would say, please have yourself a wonderful one, man. And yeah, sounds about right. Demo Driscoll boys. Sounds about right. I love y'all. Peace. I'm out. Gaskin's gonna get me. Let's see if we can get over 300 likes, guys. I see y'all. Peace.